Hello, this is author R.L. Marceline coming to you live from my place, trying to stay warm because it's Wisconsin and it's freezing cold. I realized something. I keep promoting my book, The Beloved, which is super awesome, and I'm so excited for it. But what is The Beloved? Have I really talked about it? No, I wanted it to be a little surprise, but I'm sure some of you are wondering, what is The Beloved? The Beloved is a fantastic story. You might say it's historical fiction, could be, but it is a tragic romance with a vampire twist. Before you start thinking, oh, this is another Twilight book, this is different. This is so different. This is different than any vampire book I've ever seen. So what is it? Well, it tells the story of Hunter Eldridge, but this tells the story from the beginning. So he had an amazing life. He was a military veteran in the 1860s. Well, it starts in the 1800s. He is a military veteran who comes home, and on the day he comes home for good is the day he meets the beautiful, enchanting Miss Eliza Carlyle. She just so happens to be enjoying a leisurely time in his father's bookstore, and the minute he sees her, he falls head over heels in love, and their eyes meet, and it's like they can't look away from each other, and is intensely love at first sight. He soon finds out that she comes from a very well-to-do family, and her family was actually going to pair her with a duke. His family is middle class. Her family would be compared to like Wayne Manor, but neither of them can tolerate being away from each other because they love each other so much. And she refuses any and all suitors that her father tries to pair her with because she can't live without Hunter. So they marry, and they have an amazing marriage full of love and happiness until one night when tragedy strikes. The human mind would never rationalize the idea and existence of vampires. No, never. Even back then, they would think it folly. Not realizing that there were a couple people that Hunter had acquaintance with that were vampires. And they strike, she dies, and his life is forever changed because their sole goal is to turn him into one. And he had been preconceived like his entire life, and he never knew. So throughout the whole book, it is a lot of first true love, then struggling with loss as Eliza is killed. But their love is so pure that the universe makes her a spirit guide for him to remain good. So these sadistic ones, with whatever their plan is, can't turn him evil. And over the years, he struggles with a lot of emotional roller coasters until finally, at some point in the end, he wants to move on, and he wants to find love again, and the universe sees how hard he's worked to be good, and how hard he suffered, and how much he's trying to rebuild his life, and just accept this horrible fate that they send his true love back to him so they can be together forever. I hope this sounds good. I'm not even telling the whole thing. There's lots and lots of twists and turns, but I hope it sounds good. I've had a lot of people tell me that it sounded very interesting, and I hope it sounds interesting to you, and I hope you go buy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Get out there and purchase on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com my book, The Beloved, by author R.L. Marceline, me.